Lord, I pray that you would bless me in this message. I pray that you would bless those that listen to this message, that they would have eyes to see and ears to hear. I pray that the spiritual things of God and the secret things of God would be revealed to those that click on this video and are yearning to learn more about who you are, Yahweh. May the Lord of hosts be with you. May the God of Jacob be your refuge. May the Lord bless you and keep you. All glory be to the Lord King Jesus. Now, you probably have heard these worldly views, right? The law of manifestation, the law of attraction. Many people use that. And the law, this is a new one, I just heard it recently, the law of least effort. And I want to share how those laws are actually ordained in heaven. They were created when God, Yahweh, the creator of the universe, they were created before time. These laws that God put into effect. The law of manifestation is actually faith. And faith comes by hearing, and hearing of the word of God. And the law of attraction is God's favor. And God increased Jesus in wisdom, stature, and favor with both God and man. And so when you have favor, you can have favor with God, but you can also you also need to have favor with man, and that is the law of attraction. And the law of least effort is the one I want to focus on right now. That is actually rest. And so we are called to labor to enter into God's rest. It's very important for the children of God to rest. And so when they call it the law of least effort, those that believe, in self-righteousness, those that seek after their own selves, right? Those that believe in magic spells, right? Those that believe in witchcraft and their own doing. They're coming into this understanding about the law of rest, the Sabbath day. And God actually, in the book of Exodus, when he lists out the commandments, of all the commandments that he lists out through Moses, listing all the commandments of the Lord, the longest one, it's not the longest one that he lists out is actually about the Sabbath and the seriousness that God has in keeping the Sabbath day. And it's funny because it's not about thou shalt not murder, or thou shalt not, lay with thy neighbor's wife and commit adultery. Those are not the priority of God. The priority of God is the law of least effort. It's not in people pleasing. It's not in striving. Striving is actually listed in Exodus as slavery, a slavery mentality, right? Corporations in America, school systems, all these systems of laboring, of working hard and overworking yourself. The 5-day work week is striving, people pleasing, spirit of poverty, right? People who think they have to work to earn a living. That goes against the Sabbath day. And this is kind of cool, this story. I want to give some practicality to this. So I live in Oregon, and I love it here. I love my state. And those probably who know the history of Oregon, right? There was the Oregon Trail. And this is a fun fact. Actually, when they were making their trek to Oregon, they were pioneering through to come over to the state of Oregon in the 1800s, in the early 1800s. And when they got to the Cascade Mountain Trail, they had to go over the pass. And the group actually split in two. All the people coming on the Oregon Trail actually split up into two groups. One group said, we can no longer take our 7th day of rest. We can no longer Sabbath on the 7th day because we must make it over the pass before winter comes. And we don't have enough time to rest. We just need to keep going so we can make it over the pass. And the other group, probably mostly Christians, said, absolutely not. We're keeping our day of rest. We're keeping our Sabbath day for the Lord and for us and our families. And we will just have to see you when we get there. Long story short, the group that kept the Sabbath day, the group that kept the 7th day of rest, made it over the pass sooner, before the group that did not. And so I just want you to think about, God as the creator of the Sabbath, the law of least effort. I'm living proof. I would say probably of my 7-day week, and I own a small business, and I have 2 employees underneath me. Of my 7-day work week, I perform best when I Sabbath for at least a minimum of 2 days during that week. And I'm at my optimal peak of performance when I Sabbath for 3 days. And I mean Sabbath. I mean just stay at home and rest, make myself food, relax, journal, listen to worship music, listen to sermons, like literally have no agenda for the day, but to take care of myself. Go for a walk, go for a hike, do some laundry, clean the house, taking care, self-care days. When I have 3 self-care days, I make the most money in my business. I am the most achieving in my life because of that, because I honor God's law. And you can be anybody speaking about these laws, right? The Lord rains down blessings on the just and the unjust alike, which means those that are not believing in Jesus Christ and following after him in living a life of grace can have the law of manifestation. They can operate in faith, because that's God's law, regardless of people's beliefs. You can also operate in God's, favor, the law of attraction. And those who practice, serving other gods and having false idols will also receive manifestation, will also receive attraction, will also receive from the law of least effort, will receive from rest, because these are God's laws. But storms will always come. And the only way to hold on to your blessings is to lay down your life daily, is to sacrifice every single day. Here's my life, God. Here are my blessings. What do you want to do with them? Here's my time. Sacrificing your time is the law of rest, which is why God says you have to labor to enter into his rest, because it's a sacrifice. You're giving him his time. I'm giving him 3 days of my week to just have whatever he wants. I can sit there in the morning and I can say, what do you want me to do today? And I'm telling you, there are days when I'm like, I want to go here, I want to go here, I want to go here, I want to go here. And he's like, nope. You're just going to rest. And he honors me in that rest. I pray that you hear this message. I pray that you hear it well. And I pray that God honors you, not in your striving, not in your people pleasing, not in your, I have to do all these things. I have to get a college degree and make all this money before I can have the blessing. No, you can have the blessing today, and you can hold on to the blessing because you're worthy, because he went to the cross and paid the ultimate cost for you to be able to receive in your rest. I love you all. Be blessed.